Done. So hello guys, a very warm welcome to my new video. I know it's been quite long since I uploaded my the last video because due to some urgency or some emergency task, I was not available to upload new full my video. But for the good, now I'm back, and the title of my video is "The Hidden War Beneath the Waves." So today we are diving beneath the surface to explore a conflict you rarely hear about, but one that determines the price of your gasoline, the stability of the global economy and the future balance of power. We are talking about the Indian Ocean. It's not just a body of water. From the world's point of view, it's the most critical strategic corridor. Forget about the South China Sea, the real silent geopolitical battle which is happening here between giants like China and India, with the US and its allies quietly watching from the shadows. By the end of this video, you will understand why this one ocean matters more than any other. So, without wasting any further time, we will go through the slides which I prepared. I will tell you the facts which are important for you to know. In the first slide, I have noted down few key points. You can have a go through it once, so you get a better clarity that what else in the upcoming slides are there, and you wanna continue with the video. So the second slide is that why the Indian Ocean? The three boxes I have highlighted, these are the main points. So why should we care about this ocean? This is the main point or topic or the question rise up uh, when you see this video. So the answer is very simple. It's the world lifeline. Every major economy relies on it. Consider these facts which I'm going to tell you right now. 80% of the global oil trade passes through these waters, primarily through the Strait of Hormuz and the Strait of Malacca. You might have heard Malacca in multiple videos if you follow geopolitics, or if you even try to read newspaper or anything. Malacca is a very strategic location uh, from the world's perspective. If you control the ocean, you effectively choke the world's energy supply, which becomes a very important part when you are in a war-like situation or when you are in a war. Because all of us know that energy is the main part in a war or for a country's growth or well, basically it's like a day-to-day things which we need energy for, whether it's your daily supplies, your electricity, anything. If a country can go to a blackout if the energy supplies even stops for a day. So furthermore, half of the global container traffic, the good that fill your store crosses this area. The Indian Ocean is the physical link connecting the factories of Asia to the markets of Europe. When I say this, the factories of Asia basically means like Bangladesh, if we see the clothes factory, the China, which is a manufacturing giant, and the when I see the markets are the European Union, the countries are France, England, Britain, these all countries, sorry, like USA. So the any disruption here, any military buildup, any tension has an immediate and a catastrophic global impact. It's ultimate a choke point over here. So these locations or these Indian Ocean is a very key part. So I will be telling you two to three more, to spending 20 to 30 seconds more over here. So why US and all these China want to have the control over Indian Ocean? It becomes a very important part because if we build any major military hold in the area of Indian Ocean, or if we develop our submarines or ships and we post it over here, so you will see some happenings like they have made a deal from someone else or this type of deal to show their presence or dominate that you can't do this. Basically, it means that. And now we will understand the mean what China is doing. China string of pearls. What is the threat basically for India? This is where the hidden war begins. You need to keep your ears open while I'm telling you this. So, for years, China has been executing what analysis called the string of pearls strategy. You might have it somewhere from the while Instagram scrolling or somewhere else. The string of pearls is a very dominant strategy which China have mm, mastered it, like what they do most of the time, with countries and others. It sounds poetic, but it's a strategy of silent, creeping military and economic expansion. So I just want you to look at the map, which is right now. China isn't invading, they are investing basically what is happening. They fund and build massive civilian infrastructure, ports, road, airfields in countries surrounding India. For example, Gwadar in Pakistan, Hambantota in Sri Lanka. Both of these locations or projects you might have, definitely I can guarantee you might heard of Hambantota and Gwadar. In Gwadar, it directly road is being built to connect, sorry, Pakistan and China in the POK region, and Hambantota in Sri Lanka, which in India goes in the middle of the deal and it bail out Sri Lanka to get in all this bullshit trap. So China now effectively controls a 99-year lease after the Sri Lankan government could not repay the debt. This is the main strategy of China if it wants to control a nation or their area. They come over there, they they make a plan like they are gonna invest, or they goes to those country which are need, which are just a line below to devastate or get destroyed. Even World Bank is not ready to help them in any situation. Pure corruption, just nothing is there for betterment. There comes the China's into play. They give them money, take their locations or major areas into lease, and then control the whole country, not just that part. And the first overseas military base is the name is called Djibouti. Uh, Each pearl is a strategic asset. While China claims these are purely commercial projects, the reality is these ports can easily be converted into dual-use naval factories, giving the Chinese Navy a chain of supply and refueling station right across India. Yeah, so the reality is that these ports can easily be converted into dual-use naval facilities and giving the Chinese Navy a chain of supply and refueling stations right across India's maritime backyard, which becomes a very important part in all this. So the strategy is designed to achieve two things: secure its trade routes and contain India. So if in future if India goes to a war with Pakistan or China, so the main concern for China is that India can stop their supplies or their whole trade part if India have a control over Indian Ocean. That's the main concern, and that's why they have formed the string of pearls in which they are fully covering India from both the sides and forming a diamond sort of thing. Sorry, not diamond, a pearl sort of thing, in which they have Pakistan, Sri Lanka in the down, and in the side, China is itself present. So, so this is not just the part. India have also formed what we can say the counter strategy, which is called the necklace of diamond. India understandably views the string of pearls as encirclement. The response is the necklace of diamond, which is pretty obvious why it is called necklace of diamond. A strategic counter network if China is trying to choke India. India is working to secure its own access and monitor the critical choke points. The strategy basically focuses on building strong partnership and gaining access to key foreign ports in key diamonds. Key diamonds include Chabar Port in Iran, which give India a crucial maritime access point outside Pakistan. Deep naval cooperation with countries like Oman and Singapore. In Singapore, there is what was the name called? Sorry, Changi Naval Base, and securing strategic island access in the Mauritius. This isn't about matching China's port to port for port, but about creating a web of mutually beneficial security arrangement that would allow freedom to us, or we will not be held captive for China's Pearl of Diamond strategy. Uh, so Chinese movement throughout the region have majorly been seen, and I would say precautious measures have been taken by our Indian government. It's a defensive sort of, or yet, but it is assertive. That would I say most of regarding this strategy. So the third player, or we can say the main player. The third player is US and allies, the balancer, more sort of. The final player, major player is the United States and its allies, often working through the Quad. You might all know what Quad is. It's called Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. A key strategic group involved key countries you might have known. I'm just telling you the names for the sake of it: US, Japan, Australia, and India. The Quad stated goal is a free and open Indo-Pacific, which is code for maintaining freedom of navigation and countering China's growing influence. So the US approach isn't always about building new base, it's about interoperability, joint military exercises, and shared surveillance. Diego Garcia, a British Indian Ocean territory, acts as a crucial US strategic base, a key forward operating location. So the Americans and their allies are essentially the balancer working with India to prevent the Indian Ocean becoming a Chinese lake. So ensuring the international rules of the road, especially in trade and navigation, are upheld. So you might be thinking that why is US helping India? So in current scenario, you need to understand that China is the biggest competitor of US, and more the China gets power or it's dominate, it is becoming a threat for US. So anything US is going to do, it is liable to go to any extent to captive China, to just corner China in any sort of either its economy, on global platforms, or in war, anything which is going to help US corner China or eliminate the threat. So in the last, I'm going to tell you that what's happening right now. Uh, I will just make it quick because the video is going long, I know. So to understand the current tension, we need to look on further China's base in Djibouti. The document provides a close-up massive base with a 330-meter pier, which you can see in the image which I have uploaded there, capable of docking large warship and even possible modifications for a heliport. This isn't a small logistic port, it's a fully operational overseas military facility. So why does this matter? Djibouti sits right at the mouth of the Bab el Mandeb Strait, one of the most critical choke points in the world, funneling traffic into Suez Canal. So when I mention Suez Canal, you might get a point that why it's the most important choke point for the whole nation or world or major economies, anything from trade perspective. China having a permanent fortified presence here fundamentally alters the power dynamics. Every time a Chinese research vessel docks in Sri Lankan or Pakistani port, or a new piece of infrastructure is built, it's a small turn of the screw in this geopolitical conflict, showing that the hidden war is becoming less hidden day by day. So I hope you are getting this, what I'm trying to say, what are current scenarios, what is currently going on. So in the last slide, we will see that the future, who is going to win, the we will see. So where does this leave us? The Indian Ocean is a pressure cooker for ambition, depth diplomacy, military maneuvering. The outcome of this strategic concept will define the 21st century. Will China complete its string of falls and secure overwhelming maritime dominance? Or will India and the Quad successfully maintain a balance of power through the necklace of diamond and robust alliances? I've already explained this. So the final question we leave you with is the one that truly matters. Who do you think will ultimately dominate the Indian Ocean? India, China, or the coalition of nations working to keep it free and open, like India and its allies, Quad? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the geopolitics that shape your world or from the India's perspective. So thank you and bye.